this week, um, we got a team of gay men to help you guys.
Nice. Some of the America's gayest minds have come together to save what is a horrible wardrobe. We've also been doing the YouTube thing long enough that people know me and Kwame just have like 6 outfits and that's it. Like, like,
yeah.
Did I already see this episode? You're like, no, Kenyon goes to Target once a year.
I like that you tried to play. You put on the jacket.
Yeah.
As if they're gonna notice that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're like, we know. I've seen that the same flannel 3 times. They're like, oh, he just wears plaid because if you're trying to do comedy and you have a dick, that's what you legally have to do all the time. And yeah.
Yeah, I picked up from the library. I picked up the Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, self-help guide, and this is based off the old Team of Gays, not the new team.
Oh,
what's the
different generations?
Yeah. Is there the red team, blue team, and the
Yeah, so this is
It'd be great if it's a huge controversy.
They're real conservative back in the old days. There's a lot.
no, this team is a mostly white team. The new team is definitely multicultural.
Gotcha.
You said that like you really don't like that.
Yeah, you definitely looked at it. You're like,
Two teams.
goddamn, listen, it's one thing to have all gays, but all gays and blacks? Come on.
This team is definitely more.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Yeah. This team, let's put it this way, hardworking. Okay, if I had to describe them with one thing, hardworking taxpayers.
It would be weird to be fine with a team of gay men, but not a team of multicultural.
I feel like that's like the racist last stand where you're like, what do you want me to do? I'm fine with a team full of gay. I grew up in 1920. Okay, I'm fine with a team full of gay people, but just keep the Satan within your own. You know?
Yeah. And so there's 5 gay men on this team. One helps you.
Why is it 5? It's like the magic gay number.
No. I
was right. Yeah.
We're just gonna let that riff alone and die in the field.
Is there a reason why it's 5?
That was like the Spartans used to kill the weak children. That's what we're doing with that statement. They're like, me and Cole were pausing to think of our defense for when YouTube comes
I
after
threw it out there.
for microaggressions.
Yes.
You know what the gay number of teens kill themselves each year is?
There's a food, design, fashion, culture, and grooming.
What is gay food?
I don't.
What is gay
That's the
food?
one gay guy. I don't understand his role.
What is the gay? What is the gay?
Yeah, but like, I don't think there is a food you can. I feel like it's like probably someone who gave a shit more. Because I think when you're straight, you don't care about things as much.
What do you mean?
Like every straight person looks like a refugee on some level. Like, yeah, just put on clothes, go outside. But like, I think when the stress of not
Why
having
do
to
you
deal
think
with
gay guys
women,
are so fashionable?
that you can redesign a house, you plan a diet, you can work out. Like it's a utopia.
You're not trying to get vagina all the time. But wait, I'm a person.
Yeah,
I should care about myself.
I'm gonna get a nice haircut. I'm gonna, be super.
Do this for me.
Yeah, I hate when straight guys are always just like, I mean, if a gay guy hits me, I'm like, you would never be hit on by.
Yeah, what are you
seen
talking
gay
about?
people?
You fucking
Don't have what it takes to be gay.
animal. When we were at it was Halloween and I was hanging out with Nick and them. We went down to Boys Town and I was like, I feel like
hideous.
I feel like an animal.
I feel like a homeless person. I just put like a hoodie on. Everybody's got like a $200 haircut, and they work out, and they're weirdly tanned in the winter. I'm like, I am an ugly man at a bar.
They didn't even look at me. They saw through me.
They know what it is because it's like everybody with expensive skinny jeans, and then me walking around with a pair of pants with stains on it, and they're like, oh, he's a whole fucker. We know.
Bumping into me as I'm walking the show. Oh, sorry, I thought you were a trash can. No, fuck.
So anyway, this actually might be because we have been looking for something that actually helps our lives a little bit.
Could be helpful. This whole concept. Have you guys seen the show?
No.
I've seen a little bit of the new one.
I have. I think I've pretended to for women.
I used to watch this show back on at middle school called One Girl, Five Gays. That one was pretty fun.
Is that a show?
It was, yeah. So they had a straight woman, and
I
then
thought that was just another name for the DNC.
interview.
So this started. I guess the whole queer eye for the straight guy concept started when one of the producers of the TV show. He noticed that he noticed a woman like berating her boyfriend, and said, "Why can't you look more like that group of gay men over there?" And so he got.
I'm not trying to track name it. Why can't you be like that, man?
But I feel like there's a halfway point to like giving a shit, looking fashionable, helping out, and then.
So it hit him when he saw that gay men had something straight men needed, and that gay men working as a team could change a straight man.
I like how it's like a disease. We're like, if we have enough of our people working on it, we can convince him that bootleg jeans are not the way to go.
That is true. They have given us a lot. I mean,
Skinny jeans and general.
yeah, boot cut was
just
boot cut might be the straightest thing ever.
Yeah.
Fucking invented the boot cut shit.
For Christ's sake. Yeah. No.
Yeah. So the team, like I said before, is comprised of a food, design, fashion, culture, and grooming. And they say, like why don't straight men talk about these things or try to improve them in their own life?
I think some people do.
Yeah, I think
they're called Puerto Ricans, man. But yeah, you care, you put hair gel on, and you care. But everybody else, they don't.
Italian eye for the straight.
Yeah.
And one reason they think that straight men don't is because they're worried that it might make them seem gay if they care too much about
like,
this.
That is a thing people have.
Point, though? Like wearing deodorant, no one's gonna be like, "Have you seen what Phil's doing? You smell like complete shit." Christ, why don't you just get on your knees, buddy? So it's yeah. I mean,
yeah, it's also depending. When was this book written? Because 2018, we are a little bit.
Well, a little bit.
I don't know if
I don't know if you ever seen Congress in the '90s, but times have changed. Okay.
This book was 2004.
Yeah,
but
that was back when Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama were like, "Well, marriage is sacred."
I mean, legitimately, yeah. Barack Obama was talking about.
Yeah, the progressive hero was just like, yeah, I mean, but we can't have our nation go straight to hell. So
they're still doing the same thing. The Netflix series just came out recently. It's not like.
But what I'm saying is that definitely like things are like a lot of the shit that they're saying in that book. I'm sure where they're like, oh, like this is a gay thing to do. I'm sure like 2018 guy would like that and be like, I do that like every day. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, now it's just a guy thing to do.
Yeah,
that's just another word for guy now.
Yeah, but they say you don't have to worry about that because
no one would again believe that we were cool or stylish enough to be gay.
Well, women and gay men, they say know who's actually gay, and they won't start palming your ass on the sidewalk.
I don't know if I buy that as true 100%.
No,
have you been sexually harassed by gay men?
I have.
You have?
Oh, yeah.
When was it? Boys
just
Town?
In Boys Town. It was during their like gay celebration weekend.
Well, I mean,
I'm
not trying to slut shame it, but I mean,
you're
gonna walk in there with a tight T-shirt. What do you think?
Yeah, you got dressed like a whore.
Somebody else.
But like, I feel like gay men, even though they know they're straight, they'll still hit on you. Like, I've heard multiple gay guys.
I did, but my friend recently told me he was at Target and one of the employees tried to hit on him.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, but also this is like the shooting star of a time guys had to deal with that once. Like this is
that's true. Yeah.
That is crazy. You know, women call it just afternoons.
Yeah,
afternoons are filled with being harassed.
The straight guys get hit on what? Like, dude, can you believe what
the insanity? Like you're telling me this story like some guy at Target. We believe to be a safe institution.
Yeah. I know, but I do know some gay men that kind of look at it as a challenge, like trying to get a straight guy to.
I would.
Yeah. Can you imagine, like, you had sex with someone and afterwards you know that, like, you ruined their relationship with their family for you? They chose you over their family.
It's fucking incredible. Yeah. After the next morning you wake up, you're like, so how are you going to bring this up to God? You're doing this shit.
You do realize your dad had to call. You just, like, write his phone number down.
But I also do like kind of like how casually they're like, oh, but yeah, gay men, if they do know they're gay, they'll palm your ass, which is like sexual assault. But it's like,
would not do that.
Yeah, it's also like, yeah. So the radar probably is wrong some of the time though. There's definitely victims in the.
What happened to you? Did someone grab your ass or?
Yeah, and then turned around and just laughed at me. I guess I don't know.
I don't know.
That's terrible.
Harassment.
That's awful. What'd you say?
I don't know. I said something like, "Hey, don't do that" or something. It's like
you already did it.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, don't do that again.
Well, this is a really part of the Trump campaign ad for 2020. It's just Cole crying like, and I said, "Hey, don't do that," and he won't under Trump's supervision. Yeah.
But also, I mean, what were you gonna do? You gonna beat up a gay guy in Boys Town? Yeah, that's a good look.
Also, that's what he wants is to wrestle you anyway. Gay sex is wrestling where two people win.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So the first section, I guess, is the food section, which because I watched like the Netflix show or whatever, and the whenever they got to the food section, it didn't seem like the gay guy was doing that much. Like he just taught a straight dude how to make a grilled cheese sandwich once.
Wait, a grilled cheese sandwich? Grilled cheese sandwich is definitely a straight.
Sitting in your underwear in your apartment alone on a Tuesday, making grilled cheese. That is the straightest thing a man could do.
Also, the straightest sandwich I can invent. It's like I just want cheese, but more melted. I want a sandwich, but more manly. You know, I don't need anything unless I could just fry it up myself.
Cold cheese. What the hell am I looking like?
Yeah. Feels like they were almost trying to like fry the gay out of it.
Yeah, but they do give you some tips. But they kind of frame everything in this weird like where straight men are like just like
useless Neanderthals.
Yeah.
I do think we're probably viewed as just
But, yeah,
rolling
but,
at
I
the
mean-
mouth like, me want women. And they're like, you have to eat salads. And I'm like, women? Like, salad now.
I'm
like,
sure to gay society, yeah, it's probably what we do look like. Right? It's like
I'm sure in a gay society, like straight men would be executed as like idiot slaves. They would have pictures of vaginas, and we're just like honing around. We have like shock collars on.
It kind of reminds
Like
me
those,
of
like
We have
those-
the symbol of the resistance is boot cut
we'd
jeans.
be used as like vehicles where they just dangle a picture of a woman's breast in front of your face and you run as he rides you.
We work in mines, and at the end of it, all we do is get girls' numbers. I worked for 50 hours. Please.
Here, Kenyon, you're allowed to use porn up for 30 minutes.
Yeah, like-
Thank you so much.
Forever grateful.
that sentiment is kind of in here because like when they describe things.
Well, would you say that's wrong? I'd say that's kind of majority correct.
I mean,
I like to believe.
I'd say it's
Like
like it's a heavily.
orcs are strong in numbers. You can get a lot of us together.
I think we're not good examples of like what the norm. I mean, we're probably closer to. I'm
I
just
think
speaking
if our
personally.
population.
I don't think we're manly enough to say that we're like. Typical
I feel like they're going off like a
Yeah,
like
I'm definitely not like super masculine guy.
like I feel like
I have
they're
a dick
going
and
off.
that's the end of it. It's the end of my commitment to being a man.
They're probably going off like a stereotype type of manliness that you would get like in a sitcom or something.
But also,
like
like what?
that's-
I mean, are you kind of mildly offended at that or something? You're like,
I'm not mildly
hey,
offended.
straight men love salads and fucking manicure stew, man.
I like salads, man.
I love salads.
I've never really been into like the masculine kind of like, oh man, I'm a man and I do this. It's like, what are you talking about?
Well, I'm just-
Be a fucking person.
It's not really a thing you get to choose to be into. At a certain point, you just suck at football or not. That's
That is-
not a
fair
thing.
point.
I didn't make a conscious.
I am saying that like I quit the basketball
you
team
didn't.
to go tap
I didn't
dance.
make a conscious choice. It's just I got bullied in elementary school, so I don't get to be super into football now. That's just a thing.
No, but I think I don't know. I feel like this show and this book do kind of perpetuate that like stereotype.
And they exist, and they torment the rest of us.
Yeah, they probably do.
Yeah.
Because
that like gay men are all like fashion and like blah blah blah.
Yeah,
while
and then
straight
like
men
we
are
just sit here, we're like, hey, you guys want to wrestle in some dirt real quick?
like it's definitely profiting
Kenny, when's
off.
the last time I spit on your face? Let me spit on your face.
Just punching drywall in our spare moments between.
I don't know, spitting
Young
on
women.
someone's face.
I just went
really,
to a very stupid.
Yeah, it's not really man. Yeah.
stupid straight. That is, yeah, that's not. It's actually, it's a little homoerotic.
You're also
but-
you're so far from being a real man. You can't even hypothetically come up with an action.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know, spit in someone's face, that's something that
the
happens in
manliest
gay
thing I
porn.
said was a little homoerotic.
Can you not just want to lick your sweat?
Do you think if do you think if our population numbers were switched, we would have accomplished as much? So, for example, gay men are what?
Wait, what is?
Okay, so for example, gay people are what? Like gay
this
men.
is not gonna end well.
What I'm saying is
Eugenics.
No, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, let's say gay men are like 5% of the population, and they've accomplished as much as they have. Do you think if our population, like if gay men
Oh,
were
we would
not,
have been beyond Pluto. we would have been in the moon.
I'm saying, what do you think? What do you think straight men? Like, do you think we would have like shows like straight eye for the queer guy?
Oh, we
or-
like tried it. We push him into.
Like, yeah. Do you think we would have accomplished as much?
I don't know.
Would we just be like
I don't think the
subhuman,
perspective is as important.
subhuman animals?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it's more dumb.
Yeah. But like I was saying, they do phrase things like when they talk about vegetables, they say vegetables like beer are consumed at the height of freshness and stuff like that.
They're
Just
saying
like
gay men
relate-
don't drink beer.
Just relating everything to like weird like.
Oh, as if we wouldn't understand. Like they use
Yeah.
like beer for a metaphor.
Oh yeah, that kind of stupid shit.
Wait, so they only have two metaphors? It's like, so that's just like a cold beer. And you're like, oh, beer. I like beer. Beer, vagina. Like our brain is just beer, vagina. Why no beer, vagina? Vagina beer.
Also, I mean,
Yes.
almost all my thoughts can be traced back to
Probably two camps. Probably two camps. Alcohol and what I think about when I drink alcohol.
When I get my paycheck, I'm like, so I can get beer and maybe vagina. But all I can get it.
That's all a savings account and a checking account are. Beer and then
If my job tomorrow is switched and they're like, look, we're just gonna be paying you for beer from now on, it'd take about 2 or 3 months for me to quit.
I'd be like, we're cutting out the middleman. This is fantastic.
Let me see how much beer I can stock here.
If they
before
just
I
handed me a case of Miller Lite, I'm like, well, this just saves me a trip to the store. Okay, yeah. I don't have to whip out my. Why do I even have a debit card? Why don't I just trade beer or beer generally?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess from this book they say, you should be drinking more cocktails and wine.
But is that really like?
But also, am I drinking? What am I fucking 007? I'm not drinking cocktails.
Yeah.
Shaking,
That's
not
also just
stirring.
I don't
What are you
have
talking
the
about?
money to have taste.
Yeah, what the
Yeah.
fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, it is. Cocktails. A lot of this stuff like fashion, design, cooking better.
This is the only
You
book
need-
I've seen you like
you need
look
money.
and talk about in disdain. You're like, it's full of this book. They paint our people as idiots, telling us to drink
Well,
cocktails.
That's going to be my next question to you, because at this point you have enough money to where you are almost
Not really.
essentially, like culturally. Aren't you drinking? You should.
What are you saying?
What I'm
else is
saying is,
happening?
shouldn't you be drinking cocktails and shit? I mean, what?
I have enough money where I can be
I don't
gay.
understand. I don't
culture.
understand.
Yeah,
You're
it's
saying
got
all rich people are essentially gay.
What I'm saying is they have the money enough to where they can be that culture.
So you're saying, oh,
What I'm
it's
saying
just more
is-
expensive things.
What do you say?
Well, at least
I don't think an IPA is like a league above. I don't think someone making $13 an hour is like.
but
just insane.
also like cocktails
And
don't.
imagine Kwame comes in, sees that someone has more than 2 things in the fridge, like, I didn't know Dave was gay.
What I'm saying is,
Someone should tell his girlfriend.
what I'm saying is, why aren't you drinking like cocktails and shit?
I do drink cocktails.
Sometimes
but,
a man just might not enjoy cocktails.
yeah, and also it's not like the
'Cause,
cocktails.
also, the reason I show up to a bar, generally, like, a thing with an umbrella in it is not going to kill what I'm there for.
Well, let's stop. Let's say first off, rich man and gay men are not going to the bars that you're going to.
Yeah.
but also like
They're also, I don't know if we're drinking for the same reason.
Not at all.
Yeah.
one of the cocktails they prescribe is called like gay Kool-Aid, and it's just
What's that?
vodka and club soda and a little bit of cranberry. Like that's not expensive. That's like
What is
like,
that? So would you think women would think we're more attractive if I was drinking punch?
Yeah, wait. How does that? How
I
does
think that would
happen?
hurt the cause. If I'm sitting there drinking punch, like, well, guy's gay. I'm not going to talk to you,
if you were drinking, oh, what's your drink? Oh, gay Kool-Aid. What'd you
Like
drink in there?
message you sent.
yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I have like a whiskey with ginger or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and they say shots are adolescent.
I mean, I want to argue with that, but that's so
I
true.
mean, it
It's
is
true.
true.
I can't say anyone who's like has a mortgage is taking shots.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
also, when
I
it's
mean-
3 a.m. and it's last call. I am 12.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'll take it.
Maybe, but culturally, like shots and like if you go to like Mexico or something, shots are they don't have any cocktails really.
No.
It's-
If I was
it's-
drinking a cocktail for my Latino family, you kidding me? Taking
Yeah.
down the yard and shot.
It's like,
Yeah.
but like shots aren't considered adolescent. Like
No. It's considered pretty.
That's because-
Yeah.
a cultural
That's
staple.
because Mexico functioning democracy is considered adolescent.
Yeah.
was a weird dig on Mexico. I'm not even sure it's true.
Yeah. You're like, well, because the corruption's so bad. It's like, all right, no, just
Yeah.
a fun people.
Yeah,
And they
sure.
say instead of shots, why don't you try shooters, which are shots, but they're mixed drinks instead of alcohol.
Oh, so it's not shots.
It's
Wait,
not
you're
a
taking
shot.
a shot of a mixed drink?
Yeah.
Well, that's so
No,
dumb.
but
That's
it's-
the same thing.
It's a shooter.
Wait, so what are you just see the first thought that popped in my head was like, what are you, pussy or something? Like that's just like the first ignorant thought. I was like, well, I'm not gonna do it. You're taking a shot, dude. You
Yeah,
can't.
you're fucking
gonna-
drinking.
I'm gonna
You're
water
drinking.
down
What are you talking
soda.
about?
The rest of this chapter is just kind of boring, like what knives you should purchase or like
Is
what.
it written
What
by
is-
cuck?
what is-
The gays have been
What are the
infiltrated
gay
by cuck?
knives? Are there gay knives?
Those
What
are
are
just
they-
propaganda for cuck.
No, it's just normal like kitchen. Not. I mean, this book isn't how to be gay.
Yeah, that'd be a way easier book.
yeah,
Just a one-page book.
No,
It's a pamphlet.
it's just like essential tools you should have in the kitchen, which is like helpful, but it's like
Do they think
But
that
why
do
do
they
gay
think that we
men-
just like we're punch steak with our
Yeah,
hands?
why do I don't
First
understand
off,
why.
buy knives.
Yeah.
We have
But I also I don't
Do
need
they picture every straight man taking an axe?
I don't
Cutting up sandwich.
I don't like see the qualifications behind someone
I'm
behind
throwing my pasta in the oven. I'm like, why no spaghetti? Vagina?
like because they're saying, you know, like you should do this stuff because we're gay men, we know better. But if they're just like, oh, you should buy this knife, and you're like, why? Well, I'm gay, so I I know.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
I
gonna
don't
need
see
some.
how
I'm
that
gonna need some more references here. You know?
like fashion. Like I'd buy that. I'd be like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Like cooking. I like how you're like, don't you touch cooking. I've made some damn fine pot roast with my dad. I'm not gonna have some guy.
Because I mean, like
Take a little bit more than being gay to talk to someone
Like, if
who
you-
won Washington's best chili cook-off 2 years ago. Goddamn right. Okay.
if you turn on like the Food Network, like there's not much like fashion shows for like men, like hosted by like straight men or whatever. But if you
Food
I
Network.
like how you're
Yeah.
talking about like in our culture, cooking, we do it. God damn it.
Yeah.
What do you think? Hey, you're gonna tell me how to barbecue? I'm sorry. You're gonna take barbecuing away from us?
But I mean, you could turn on the Food Network and
Funny to
there's
see
like
Cole
there's
finally
like
crack. Can we
No,
punch
yeah,
my-
we hit a nerve here.
yeah. I'm not gonna have some guy just because he's thinking
yeah.
he's better than me.
But yeah. So I didn't really get the food set thing.
Cook off? You want to cook off? Is what you do?
Yeah,
No, go. You make your souffle. We'll see. We'll see how.
Fucking wins.
But
Yeah.
and then
Team
there's
Heaven's going for it.
there's the why I also do wonder what makes these people think that straight men are more open to advice from like gay men.
What do
Like
you
is
mean?
that
Oh, then women?
yeah, like
That's like
why
kind of a hard. That is one of life's essential questions. Who do men hate more, women or gay men?
like
I
essentially
think it's a more of a. It's like you hate. It's like you hate women because I can't have that. You hate gay men because I can't be that.
yeah.
Solid point. We articulated centuries of war. Yeah.
Cuz it is
You are
like
what I wanted. You are what I want to be.
it is like these guys exist to make straight men better for women because they're not listening to women. So like women are roundaboutly
It's almost like they're like the middleman for women's wishes.
yeah, but like
But do women wish that a guy? Because any girl I've ever dated,
Because you won't listen to a woman's advice unless it's filtered through a man. When your girlfriend's like, you should dress better, and then her gay friend's like, you should dress better, you're like,
oh, finally.
finally someone's making some goddamn sense around here.
do you guys think that that's true though, that men are more likely to listen to
Oh man.
other men even though
now,
they
now we're getting into something.
But that's the basis of this show. though.
I think so. Yeah.
You do?
It depends. I mean, I listen to women. Yeah, I mean, I think that's true for a good portion of men.
What?
Not all men.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Not all men.
Hashtag
Not all
not
of them. Not us. We're one of the special ones.
So what do you say? So do you think legitimately? Because that is that true? That it's a thing where it's like, oh, straight men will listen to.
No, I
women's
listen.
advice.
I need outside opinions all the time because I have no idea.
I
I can't even tell when people are attracted to me. Even in the middle of sex, I'm like, I don't know. I think this is just some
Yeah.
mistakes you're making.
So now we're on to the grooming chapter. They say why do it because women notice it when you groom better.
Well, I don't really. Does there need to be a why for like
I mean,
taking a shower
fucking,
regularly?
Yeah, I fucking yeah. What do you?
Like, why do it? Like, we're confused.
Why do it?
But
Yeah, 'cause I'm not,
I
I'm not
feel
a
like-
fucking
understand.
gay
Dirt
man.
fun, dirt on
Yeah.
face.
I feel like that also, is like say because they say
They have counter arguments because they expect us to be an outrage. Like, what do you mean?
they say
Shower twice a day? Madness.
well no the like stereotypes
you-
of straight men thing because they say in the beginning of this chapter they say repeat after me. I am an uncouth, untweezled, improperly exfoliated stink bomb of a manhood, and I need.
Well, that's a little bit of hatred.
Fuck is that?
Okay, so before we read your book, we got to go into a thing. I am a useless human being.
Is that what they make me?
Disgusting to be around and look
They
at.
make me recite before I shave my head and tattoo the number on my arm. Jesus Christ!
But
I mean, I shower, I shave, I put.
Do you put
stuff
on do you
face.
put on cologne when you leave the house?
Depends on the occasion.
I do it almost every time.
I got it if
Cologne?
If I'm going to be around people, I do
I'm
it.
gonna go hang out with you guys. I don't care. I'll be honest. I'll show up
I do
here.
it around you
I would do
guys.
if I was on like a weekend.
If it's like a Friday night and I'm hanging out at the bar, and there's a
Friday
bunch of
night,
people,
100%.
I put it on. Yeah.
yeah.
We care.
But the quote didn't even finish. They said
I like how
exfoliated,
he's in anger. He's like, "Hey guys, it isn't even over. They're assaulting our people." Continue.
exfoliated stink bomb of manhood, and I best clean up my act before 5 gay men break down my door and forcibly tassel my hair.
Again, this is the next DNC. This feels like some Alex Jones propaganda. It's like, if you don't get a mani-pedi by December, they're going to have forces break in and do it for you.
Yeah. No, but I don't know. Like, grooming isn't...
You keep fighting, but this is the premise of the book.
Yeah, I know.
So you keep fighting it at every level, but why don't you just accept that is generally what
That's
it
what
is.
they're saying. Are you doing this stuff?
You know, and like some items that they have on their grooming list is like a toothbrush, toothpaste, toilet paper.
Those basic necessities of life. We're just shitting everywhere, not cleaning. Our teeth are falling out simultaneously.
Just a shitty. I mean, I want you to imagine. Can you imagine just not shitting and then just not wiping your ass?
We wipe it,
walking around in public.
We use our shitty flannel shirts to
Your
wipe our ass.
flaky,
And then we
disgusting ass as you walk around in public.
as we don't shower. So I mean, yeah, I think I care about
Fucking
shower and stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah, you
I kill
can.
myself. If I didn't go without toilet paper for a week, I'd commit suicide. Fucking awful. Are you kidding me? Jesus.
For a week? I couldn't go without
I
it.
mean, I feel like that's gonna happen to you. This isn't even
That's
just a reality.
fucking horrific.
A lot of hair tips, which fell on deaf ears for me.
Oh, is that why you're so pissed?
Yeah, and he's like,
Is that why you're so heated?
there. The kid have all the fun, have the hair tell me what the shots to take.
What are the hair tips?
I don't know. They tell you like to put like 3 or 4 different hair gels and creams in your hair.
I put conditioner in the other day and it was wonderful. So I just
Condition it to what?
just my hair.
More Jewish?
yeah.
What are you trying to?
Yeah. Condition it to look like it was raised in a Christian home. Goddamn.
And they advise you to use like facial cleansers, exfoliants, free radicals, and moisturizers.
I guess you should do that.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, also that's just like hell. Like if a doctor told me to do it, I'd be like, yeah, that sounds about right.
yeah, like I know about all this stuff. But
Is it just pure
why
laziness?
don't you do it then?
I don't do it because it takes so much time. I don't.
That's my thing. I think
I don't care
Utter
enough.
laziness. Laziness is the only reason I wouldn't do any of that. It's like more
Really?
money on a moisturizer.
Oh, but if you had the money, you wouldn't like wake up. It's just like brushing your teeth. You wake up and put your moisturizer on your face, and you go out. and
No,
do it.
I don't want to like spend like an hour getting ready in the morning. I just
Yeah, we
That
don't
is
want to
true.
live our lives like we're women. That would be wrong. If I'm gonna have a dick, I'm gonna have some fun. We literally, the
up
world
home
is
and
made
shutting it
for
out.
men so much. We can't even wait to get out the door. We're like, I'm not even putting deodorant on. I am racing. I am throwing on a shitty pair of jeans and a t-shirt and just going to enjoy the patriarchy.
like if women are already like, you know, like fine with how we are already. Like, what's the
This is
You
also
know.
a bad evolution conversation to kind of have. You're like, well, they're fine with it. Why we gotta? I gotta put moisturizer on now? What the fuck is this country cut? Yeah, we should all be using. This
Like,
is also
why-
like basic.
why
like,
is this in
Why
the
is it evolution as much as a thing where it's like
why is this in the gay culture?
if every time you come home and you open your fridge, there's nothing but like a moldy cheese sandwich, like, yeah, I guess this is what I got.
Yeah.
I guess this is what I got to live with.
Like, why do you think moisturizers, exfoliants, and stuff is, as they claim, part of like gay culture?
Why are moisturizers and all that gay? I just think you have more. I think it's like.
Like, are because women put on
I think it's like utter
moisturizers.
laziness. Like we're not even thinking about it. Like,
Gay
if I
men
take a
put on-
shower, I'm like, I'm good. Put
But-
some deodorant on, and I'm.
Oh, you talk to like your female friends, and they're like, "Yeah, I take like 45 minutes to get ready and put on makeup." I'm like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
Give me a hot 15. We are ready, and I'm looking great. Also, the bar is set so low for a straight man. Where if you shower, put on a nice shirt and cologne, people are like, "Holy fuck, you got an interview? You spent 20 minutes on yourself, dude."
Yeah, but the only common denominator between women and gay men is they're both trying to attract like men,
Yeah.
right? So is it men who ultimately care about facial cleansers and exfoliants, or like
I
why?
think it's like more. I mean, I don't know. It's probably like if you more in touch with your sensitive side, I guess, and you want to like kind of look better, and you care about those aspects. And
But why would they care about looking better? Because like it's kind of the opposite, right? For like, just this is because we're embracing stereotypes with this, like in lesbian culture, like
Well, it's
butch,
like they act more like stereotypical men, right?
Yeah.
And then gay men act more like
You think
stereotypical
so?
women. Yes.
Not necessarily. There's a lot of lesbians who aren't like butch lesbians.
I mean, this is just stereotype.
Yeah, we're just. Hey, we're also renaming our podcast. This is just stereotype. We're just cutting out the middleman. We're
if
just.
you have queer eye for
talking.
the straight guy. I mean, they're already dealing in stereotypes. They tried a queer eye for the straight girl, but like, how would that like?
Oh, they tried to do that?
Yeah, but
It
that would
worked?
never work.
No, because that's just. I think Kwame hit a point where it is just women's advice regurgitated through men.
Yeah.
I feel like the
no.
It's almost like if you had to make a compromise between the two worlds, gay men are the compromise between straight men and straight women. It's like the in between of like in touch with the sensitive side, has a penis, does all the fun stuff, goes shopping.
Yeah, because
Because
if you're trying to regurgitate straight men's advice through a gay woman, to just go to straight women and be like, "Hey, I'm over here."
Yeah. That's
Like, come on, I'm drunk. What are you? I'm not good enough. I'm drunk. What are you doing?
yeah, like I don't know.
I like how it's more nuanced. I think, again, the less time you have to think about trying to pick up women, the more time you're like, we need moisturizer. We need... You actually come to greater conclusions about life. You're like, no. We've discovered so much.
Do you think they
give us
could...
1 year where every politician is a gay man, this shit gets solved.
Yeah, that's all figured out.
This shit gets
The
solved.
amount of time.
Do you think you could have a show where like 5 lesbians tell a straight woman how to like... What would that even look like?
I don't know.
Like that would...
Telling someone to jump on a motorcycle and start playing softball?
What would the straight woman look like afterwards? Would it be an improvement or
I
not?
don't think that many lesbians use butch though. I think you're overestimating the amount of butch lesbians.
Who are the most popular lesbians? There's like Ellen.
Yeah.
There's like Hannah Gadsby. They're all...
Well, definitely in terms of fashion, I don't want to pick a side here, but gay men, I tend to listen to more. Where I'm like,
Yeah, well, that is a thing though, because if we're saying that butch lesbians are dressing like men, they are dressing less fashionable.
yeah, no, men are worse in general in every sphere. We're just gonna rename our podcast "Men Are Worse." Get 1,000 downloads a day. Be the official podcast of the Democratic Party. Yeah, so I feel like, again, Cole, you haven't just been reading the advice; you've been fighting it every step of the way. Like, for fun, you're saying I got to put on moisturizer now.
Oh,
It's gonna be the longest episode just because it's Cole spitting in disgust.
Next episode is gonna be Cole's eye for the.
I'm gonna tell you what to do now.
His rebuttal manifesto.
That's
How does it feel?
That's just because I'm giving you the more interesting, because or else the grooming advice is just like tweeze your nose hair and like do all that stuff, which of course.
Well, I'm gonna need to know what to do though.
What do you mean? Which
does
of course?
do all that mean?
Of course, I'm not gonna fucking tweeze my nose hair. Would you do that shit?
I didn't.
If it's
I didn't even realize I had nose hair.
if it's if it's like sticking out of your nose.
I've never had that.
Yeah, but that's just like don't be a disgusting human being.
Yeah, but that's
I
what
have an aftershave cream I put on, so
that's what it's geared
bisexual,
towards.
I think. Technically.
That's what it seems to be geared towards. That
Are you
you're
wearing
already
skinny jeans?
a disgusting person.
Your jeans are pretty straight.
These jeans I'm wearing right now are pretty straight.
There's some straight jeans, baby.
I got a straight outfit on.
Cole's got gayer jeans. He's got some.
Yeah,
some
I got
skinny jeans.
a hood. I got a pretty straight outfit going on right now.
Yeah, and then there's
Alfred says I don't care and I don't listen. An outfit that says I just want to watch the game. Okay? Outfit that says what I'm all about.
then there's like the decorating session, which
Should be your Tinder bio. The
I
Lakers,
don't care and I don't listen. I
Dude,
have like
Tinder-
a million matches.
Tinder bio should be. Hey, the Lakers are up by 14.
yeah,
Kitchen's that way.
the decorating session, which is probably not helpful for you guys because like a lot of stuff is really expensive.
You're just talking down to us where it's like, I know that in the week you record the podcast, you get paid on Friday, you have $9, and none of it will go to buying a chandelier.
But like what you live in your uncle's house.
Yeah, I clean the fuck out of it. I'm getting into cleanliness.
Decorating isn't like cleaning.
I don't
yeah. Well, you live. I don't know what you're living. It's
Squalor.
I have an apartment.
It can't
Imagine
be.
Kwame just like he's like taking fucking wet naps to an alleyway.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna clean up my place.
I have an apartment, you son of a bitch.
If I knew Kwame was buying like art pieces for his apartment, I would
Beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
We would rob.
I have an apartment. I have a place.
You go to Kwame's place, and it's like a fine bottle of wine and an expose from like an abstract painter. I am murdering him on the spot. I'm like, how have you lived this lie? While me puts on high heels that are just stacks of money.
Yeah, so
So you're saying we can't do that?
no, I mean there's some
He's
simple.
saying we are not good enough to be like. We
Is
don't
your
have the
room
money.
decorated? You got some shit in your room? or-
Get some paintings up.
Really?
Yeah.
Your paintings in your room?
Not my my grandma's paintings actually.
Oh, okay.
I got a painting I made in 8th grade of like it was like a prompt that said sticky situation, and I painted like a hand with a pregnancy test on it, and it wrote no and exclamation marks everywhere.
That is dark. That is a call to
Yeah.
your parents.
Yeah.
Some of the small things you can do though is you can put candles everywhere, or you can have like a little vessel with something natural like flowers, wheat, or bamboo just in your apartment, just to spruce it up.
I just keep hitting that ignorant thought where I'm like, but I wouldn't do that because that's gay.
Yeah,
But, if I had a woman at my house and I got a fucking cup full of coconuts, she'd be like, I'm out of here. This is gonna be. Listen, I can't change them. You know.
Yeah.
Do you do a lot of stuff that's like that masculine, like, oh, I'm not going to do this because it's gay, or like, I'm going to do this because it's not.
I do have one thing, and I am weird about this: putting penises in my mouth, and that's about as far as it goes. I am kind of sometimes I'm like, well, that is a little. Listen, I like to be as progressive as the next guy, but can't be blowing somebody willy nilly. But everything up until then, I'll do that.
You don't got a lot of stuff that you do or don't do because like
I just like clean up more, but I don't think I just do that out of like it's just better looking.
Yeah. At least, I mean, I can't remember. They're probably in like middle school or whatever, but at least for like the past 10 years, there's nothing that I can be like, oh, I didn't do that.
Did anybody ever tell you? I remember in middle school they used to tell us if you pooped and you got a boner that meant you were gay.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever
They
heard.
would tell us a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah.
it was a wild time.
Who told you that?
I feel like
Middle
if you're kind of a
schoolers.
loser and you don't have a girl, like I didn't have a girlfriend until I was like 19. I think there was a while where it's like, yeah, we know. Like, it was definitely like when I brought my girlfriend from my family, it was definitely like, oh, okay, dedicating to the bit. Looks like we're taking a couple years before the truth comes out. That's fine. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Would your parents have been upset if you were gay?
Yeah, there would have been some.
I'm sorry, your parents are Latino, right?
Yeah.
Just
My
ask
mom
that
wouldn't be
question.
talking to me. Yeah,
Just
my
ask
mom-
that question.
Yeah. It'd be like an Italian funeral
Well,
when the
I mean-
mom's grieving. Like that's what she'd be doing.
Your dad's also like
Look how
Eastern
they
European.
match.
My
right?
dad, that'd be the least of his concerns.
Oh yeah,
I don't think he isn't present in my life to hate me enough for being gay.
yeah. And then so now we're on to the fashion.
Wait, so you haven't actually you've shat on everything that they want to do, but you haven't really told me and Kwame. So what? I put moisturizer on now.
So we got to put moisturizer
Yeah,
on. We have
more
to-
hair products
We have
Just-
to, do we have
just
to
generally
cook? Do we have to
groom
cook gayer things?
in
or?
general.
No,
No,
just
because
give a shit.
yeah,
All of the advice is just pretend
No more
that you fucking
shots.
can.
No more shots. We can't drink beer, right?
no beer's fine.
Beer's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I feel like Hams is definitely breaking the queer.
I just said that because I want to take away beer from Kinder for a week. And
just see me fall apart.
watch Rabbit go into a coma.
Watch A Star Is Born happen.
We have to no shots, only shooters.
That's gonna be a hard time.
That's gonna be.
Because me ordering a shooter at the bar, it's already. I feel like the bartender would be like,
Don't you know how much you fucking? What's,
Yeah.
what's that?
I actually when we go to Home Tavern, I order cocktails quite a bit there. I get a gin and tonic quite often.
yeah, but you're a sophisticated man.
Is a gin and tonic sophisticated? I feel
You know,
like
in Home Tavern it is. In a bar, you might as well be drinking out of a golden chalice compared to the rest of us,
yeah.
drinking essentially watered down alcohol.
And so some of the fashion things, they say there's 5 classics that every man should own. The navy blue blazer, the cashmere sweater, the suit.
I'm gonna have to. These also are in a pay grade that we will never.
Yeah, what the fuck you?
Like a navy blue blazer. Okay, let me go take out a fucking loan on my life, I guess.
a fucking blazer.
I'm wearing a hoodie because it's all I got, man.
The
Where's all this money coming?
the denim jacket.
So you do the deal with the devil, man.
Look over the denim jacket.
Huh?
You go to the denim jacket.
I don't know. Would I?
I think so. Man. I'm trying to encourage you to experiment a little more.
It's
with
like
your
the week where I finally like come out of my I'm like put a denim jacket on. I'm like
Yeah.
I've always liked penis.
And then
dress. Go to the denim
It's
jacket.
just guys that's good in the. Yeah.
and then the last essential item every man should own is cowboy boots.
Absolutely.
Ah,
fine.
no, that's just dumb.
Absolutely
That's just
fucking not.
stupid.
Absolutely not. No, because I'm not saying I'm not showing them to a gay porno, so no, I don't need
Yeah.
cowboy boots on.
Also,
I'm
just something I would never do under any circumstance.
Is that your
Never-
toxic masculinity? Just
I
being-
think if I was
yeah,
even,
that sounds like toxic masculinity, buddy.
but I think men who are like typically considered to wear cowboy boots.
Well, cowboy boots are both the straightest and gayest
At the same time.
piece of
They're
fashion.
they are like a quantum fashion item. Where it's just,
We're just like not connected to either world. Like I'm not manly enough to pull cowboy boots off, and I'm not gay enough to do it either. I'm in like a weird category where I'm like really, I'm a bastard of two
I don't even know
worlds.
what do you wear them with? It's like normal jeans.
Yeah,
what,
you would be.
What
you'd
do
be
you
shat
what
on.
do you wear them with?
What do you?
Do you wear them tucked
Like a
into the
button-up? What
jeans?
do you
Are they outside of the
Do
jeans?
you pretend like you're not wearing cowboy boots like a lunatic?
do you go to work in them?
Yeah.
Am I
If I go to work in cowboy boots, so like get the temp out of here. Your boss is mom.
Can you imagine doing stand-up comedy in cowboy
I mean, I
boots?
feel like I'd be heckled instantly.
That is kind of funny though. We should go to work in cowboy boots.
I don't even know.
cowboy boots are expensive. They are
I'd be
Really?
sitting
How
here.
expensive are they?
legitimately like couple thousands of dollars.
That's not
That's-
true.
It's true. Like
Like
real.
probably certain brands, but you can probably get some.
Yeah, we're getting some
Real
bullshit
cowboy
like
boots?
$40 cowboy boots. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we can probably go pay less. Makes
Also, with these 5 essentials, they're like pieces, but you still need like other, like just because you have a navy blue blazer, you can't put it on top of what the shit you're wearing right now and make it look good, you know?
put on some dirty jeans and some
Navy blue
Converse.
blazer and some Converse All Stars.
Like fashion is one of those things where you need to really spend
Yeah,
money.
we actually just don't have our lives together enough to follow through with a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas like get moisturizer and
Like,
I'm
I
like, I guess
would-
I'm selling shit.
I would love a team of gay men to descend upon my house.
Yeah, and just give me
and
cashmere
give me-
sweaters that I
Do you
can
have a-
pawn
do you
for
have a-
hard
do you have a-
drugs.
Do you have a fashion sense?
I mean, it's just so expensive. I've never really like
Or do you actually have like a fashion sense?
cared that. I mean, I've never like cultivated one just because it's an
And you know-
expensive.
No, I'd like to say that I do.
Really?
Like, man, let me dress you.
No.
I'll put you in some
You
good
don't
stuff.
have a fat. You always you
Well,
wear
the
like
thing
a
is-
t-shirt
the thing
with
is,
like a big.
look. You got the money to dress how I want to. So I want to use you as like my Barbie doll.
Wait, he has the money to dress.
He has more money than me.
Yeah, but that's like being the fattest kid in Somalia. That's not really saying a lot. Yeah, that's not really.
That's true.
Yeah. Like the like a lot of this stuff I feel is just like you need money, like the kitchen tools. Like
Guys, this is kind of a sad.
I'm not
This book makes me cry. I'm like, I just don't have the income to be gay.
like
Do you see how the earlier riff worked? Being gay, being rich, about the same thing.
yeah, because like if I was just rich, I guess I would just be gay.
Yeah, I would just buy
I would
this
have
shit.
moisturizers. I'm just so
Imagine
poor.
all- imagine
I'm so
all the-
poor that I just turned to Toxic Masculinity where it's like dirt makes you look bad. I'm just like, I can't. I only have one pair of pants.
what do all the poor gay people do?
Yeah, I
like,
feel
how
like
do
poor
they-
gay people somehow look still more rich than a poor.
That is true.
Because it's like sometimes it's almost like this. They like because like you ever see like a
I sure never
roadier.
really met a poor gay guy, or at least even a gay guy who's not doesn't make that much money. He seems like he does make money.
Yeah,
somehow.
yeah, like because even like that might be his only pair of skinny jeans, but it's still a damn fine pair of skinny.
All right, we're back. After your makeover week, I guess it is.
Makeover.
Yeah. No, we
You
tried
feel
to follow.
very maked over, yeah.
This was I feel like the people on YouTube are looking at us like, is this really the best you could do? Is this really the best?
I have a pretty
Me and
nice.
Colleen are like, we both showered. What are we gonna do? Blow
pretty
somebody?
Nice, I
We
got
gotta
a pretty
suck
nice
your
little
dick?
jacket on, right?
Huh?
Complimented me when I walked in. On it.
Yeah, no, it's a good jacket.
Pretty nice little jacket. You got it. You got a
Target shirt. Got a Target shirt on.
Yeah.
You are. We are straight men's gay men.
Yeah. That's really it.
Where's the cowboy boots though? That's what I'm wondering. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see you kick down my door with some cowboy boots.
Cowboy boots.
Let's get this podcast started.
You haven't worn a nice little comfy jacket on you.
No.
Yeah, no,
This is a hoodie. What are you talking
Gray
about?
hoodie looks like a bad.
Now that you said that, I think none of the tips got through your brain.
Well, it's hard to get any of the tips because you wouldn't even read them out. You were so full of anger reading the book.
Yeah.
We read Men Go Your Own Way, where they refer to women as parasites. But the whole time you're like shaking with rage.
You read him like a southern pastor.
It's like first they came for the American family. Now I got to buy sandals.
I wasn't rageful. I just don't think.
Country, they're holding hands,
Yeah.
wearing nice clothes, drinking wine.
Yeah.
I just think the whole conceit of the show is like based in stereotypes. I'm just.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
want to see.
I just don't.
I
I
want
just
to see
don't.
like a one white five.
Yeah. Try to make black eye for the cracker.
guy.
That would actually be a really fun show.
Which one's better? You think white guy to be black or black guy to be? Five white guys trying to tell a black guy how to be black. Yeah, how to be white.
I'm sure.
No, because
I'm
that's just society.
yeah.
Every day. That's just the world. The world is just you are born, and then everyone's like, maybe throw on a cardigan.
Yeah, that's just your boss telling you to like cut your hair.
Yeah.
Well, how did your week go?
I was hard because I was trying to be both honest to the pod and not go bankrupt, which is
I had
a hard balance.
I had a beer. I will admit that I did have a beer at home.
Yeah, no, you said that like you were like prohibition. You were saying.
Well, it was like a 1:30 a.m. Alone in my room beer. So it was like, this is pretty.
Which is, I think, the perfect beer.
It's pretty to be a man at 1:45.
What
Did
would
you-
be the
did you
gay?
actually-
What would be the like? So what? Like the gay thing to do would be drown your sorrows with wine at like 1:30.
I don't think they're
Well,
saying. They're not
The beer that I
saying.
had was also one of the beers we bought for the podcast. on
Okay.
Sunday.
Well, that's more of a. Is that a straight
we
thing
bought
or
a
is that
beer.
a
We bought
sad
a beer
broke
for the
person?
Sunday for the pod on Sunday. I had the beer on Thursday.
Jesus,
It was definitely.
you saved a fucking
Yes,
tall
I
boy that cost
transported
literally
it-
99 cents.
Transported it from Cole's house in my book bag to my house. Let it sit ferment for about 4 days.
Jesus.
And then had it in the morning. Yeah, it's pretty straight. Pretty straight, man.
Straight as
thing
it
to do.
gets. You say had it in the morning?
What do you say? Well, 1:30 in the morning.
Jesus.
Did you have any cocktails this week?
I tried to have some cocktails.
What'd you have?
Yeah, I tried to do that. I had a couple Bloody Marys.
What was that?
Fantastic. Mainly because you can drink in the morning.
Oh, so did you have them like at brunch or some shit?
Yeah.
Did you go to brunch?
Yeah, you went to brunch?
No, I
That
just
was
went to a bar
that was
alone
even
by
a
myself.
tip, but you.
Yeah. You really took some fucking initiative.
No,
here,
I'm just
buddy.
like hung over at a bar, grabbing a Bloody Mary to kill some time.
You went all in.
Is,
This
is that what you call going to a 5 a.m. bar brunch?
Yeah.
I was
You
awake.
went to brunch like you went to Waffle House, Kenyon, at 6 in the morning.
Yeah. Do you guys go to brunch? Do you go to brunch?
Do we look like we go to brunch?
Yeah, do I look
I think
like
you can know if someone goes to brunch or not.
Yeah.
Do we seem like brunch people?
You're a big brunch guy?
I would be, except I don't like waking up that early.
I think it's the whole point is it's like 12 o'clock.
When is brunch too, right? Yeah, it's like what, like 10 to 1 or whatever?
I like waking up on the weekends at like 12 or 1, you know.
When you hit someone up and it's like 2 and they're like, just getting up. I'm like, get help, dude.
You can't do that when you got shit going on.
That Cole could
Like
Cole
when I
could wake up at 5 in
when
the
I wake up
afternoon.
at 1, I'm like, you got to fucking get it.
You got to eat like intervention time. Yeah, Cole just could sleep on stacks of money until 5 in the. But no, I liked it. Shaved. Try to like
Yeah, you did shave. You look a
I
little
did.
better.
Yeah, you know, it's like because I realized the 5 o'clock shadow very straight, very straight into it.
Did you do the lotions and creams and?
So you know the free stuff they give out in hotels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've collected a bunch of those. Not like for the
Using 'em?
podcast. That's literally what I use for soap and moisturizer, and just my past travels. I just
They
take.
wouldn't put it out if they didn't want me to take it.
Yeah, that's what I use for conditioners, like little hotel bottle. So you
Yeah.
know, Maybe just use more of the free hotel moisturizer.
Yeah. Did you notice any difference in your skin or hair? Or?
Yeah, no, the conditioner makes it where it's like my hair looks like someone who has a job. Yeah, I don't know. I would think because we went from we've liquefied food, we've been fucking out taking cold showers, we've been avoiding women, just not for the podcast and just in my life in general,
and just to keep myself sane.
Yeah, and just no. But like we've done all types of crazy shit on here, but the Queer Eye tips are like the least crazy thing we've ever. They're basically
that shit kind of. Well, the Queer Eye tips are just like make money.
Yeah. The tip was like make $150K a year.
They're just like, here's a bunch of stuff you can spend money on.
That's it was a shopping list of bullshit where it's like maybe try drinking a cocktail and having a. I'm like, I would do these things if I could. I'm so broke I have to be straight.
It's not. I'm not straight. I'm a communist.
Yeah.
What the fuck it is?
Yeah, but I'm like, what are the poor gay people doing?
Yeah. Well, I think. I don't know.
Because I thought about that on the way over here. Because I'm like, yeah, all the gay lifestyle stuff costs so much money, and I think that's because you don't have kids. You don't have the two things that ruin your life.
I think fashion.
Women, kids. Cut that out.
Assume they have their own currency. It's like a gay bucks kind of thing.
I think fashion's also something that they can spend a lot of money on because you can probably date someone that like wears the same stuff as you, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're in a relationship, you buy something, you go halves on it.
For damn straight. Yeah, that's what they do.
Because you just
wear. It's just a better system.
Yeah.
It's a time. Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna buy these. Do you want to go half on these jeans?
Yeah, we can both wear these cowboy boots.
Yeah, it's a great time.
It does make sense if you
got a hole.
If you like quote unquote like invented gay for the first time. Yeah, you came to me and you're like, dude, what if we just there's no women?
It's like a boycott.
And we just hang out. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
What are you talking? Yes. That's why the men going their own way, guys. I feel so bad for them. It's like, dude, you almost got it.
Yeah.
You're right.
You're right in that. Just fuck men. Just
one
fuck
more
men.
step, man, and you guys gonna come.
Yeah, it should be men going to other men.
Yeah. Do you feel like it is like a boycotting thing? Like we'll just suck dick until you fucking get it together, like until you stabilize. We're doing because it's really it's like almost why it's in the Bible because it's like it would be too easy. There'd be no people. There'd be no people. We would be like, no, we're just gonna fuck each other.
No one's gonna believe in God if it's this great.
Yeah. If it's just this easy. I'm telling you, dude, I got an STD test at a fucking Steamworks in Chicago, which is like a gay bathhouse. But you go in just to fucking.
Did you go there for an STD test? You went there for the STD test?
They have free STD.
Wait,
tests.
it's a STD test / bathhouse place.
No, they have free STD testing. I think it's an apology to the community.
How'd you do it? Like you peed in a cup, or what'd you do?
They like took my blood and stuff, and
how long did it take?
How
long did it take?
It's like an instant thing for HIV.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you have it or?
No.
Did you think you would have HIV?
No, I don't even know where the hell the blood thing.
Yeah, why'd you go take the test?
Oh, the person at the time was like, you should get an STD test. I'm like, I know what I ate. The people, listen, the biggest STD I've ever caught in is a relationship.
You were having sex with?
Yeah.
Well,
that
is kind of a red flag.
I would hate if the person after we had sex was like, yeah, you should probably get it.
Yeah, that's not a good sign. You're like, listen, I'm into some shit. Right? You need to get this checked. You need to go see a doctor.
Yeah, when you're like, did you wear a condom? I'm like, no. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. You save yourself. I remember once I pulled out a condom. I was dating this girl, and she said, well, I'm not going to fucking catch anything from you. Who have you been sleeping with?
Yeah.
When am I going to catch acne? What are you doing? Yeah, you have gonorrhea. You've never had sex,
great.
you fucking loser.
That's great.
Yeah.